Welcome back, guys. We're about to jump into a game number 3. Hoist the Colors versus Bronze Army. I'm not even going to explain the awkward moan at the end of the video there.
Yes.
Hoist the Colors takes game number 2 decisively. Drafts coming out already. Aurora and Iggy banned. Kwong picked up by Bronze Army. Kwong is going to be... Quang Kwong is picked up by Bronze Army here.
Oh, you got to stop that.
The Quang Kwong?
Oh, please. It's decisively Kwong.
Quang Kwong works.
We'll talk about it later.
off stream. All right, Dad. Hoist the Colors here. They've got a couple. They got a couple big options. Are they going to try and take Miso Sneaky off of the Wraith, or are they going to go with what we've seen them do in the past? They're going to pick up a Rampage, most likely going to be for Fatal Barrage in the jungle. Feng Mao? Do we see Feng Mao picked up here?
I would like to see Feng Mao.
I'd actually like to see Bellica picked up. I think Bellica would be a better draft choice, and that's exactly what they're going to pick up. Deny that Bellica combo, and that's exactly what they do.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think Bellica was Nobori on Bellica was definitely a key component of their victory in game number 1, and obviously Nobori, he did okay on Steel. Like he was rotating around, he was where he needs to be, but I think I don't know. I don't know if I like Nobori on Steel. I don't know if that hero fits his play style. I think honestly, I mean, obviously Decker has fallen off. She's way fallen off, but
well, that's because her one ability only works 20% of the time.
But I would like to see someone other than Bori on someone other than Steel, to be perfectly honest. I think that would be probably the biggest, most positive adjustment that Bronze Army could do. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe Nobori had a bad game, but just we know him, we know his play style, and I would love to see someone who has just honestly a little bit more range, a little bit more long distance.
Yep, Gideon Wraith picked up for the side of Bronze Army, and they follow that up. Hoist the Colors follows that up with picking up a Feng Mao, a Fang Meow, if you will.
Finally, you're getting it right.
Do we see? I mean, I'm saying pick Steel here. This is my deny them. I know we just said we want to see Nobori on a different character, but deny them the Wraith Steel combo, the Wraith Bellica combo, and that
sure did a really good job of playing around that last game. Was that because Nobori wasn't in lane very often? He was so active elsewhere on the map?
Right.
Or was that because Shurik was just playing better? Maybe a combination of both.
Guys, it's like I do this. Hoist the Colors picks up Steel. Hoist the Colors picks up Steel to deny that, which leaves, in all honesty, Muriel. I don't think we're going to see FaZe, and I don't think we're going to see Narbash picked up at all on the side of Bronze Army.
Rip Narbash. He had his month.
He had his moment.
He had his month where he was tier 1 pick. Yeah.
He still has the best skin.
I mean, they could always jungle him.
No, they can't. They couldn't do it effectively back then. He can't do it effectively now. Stop the madness. Stop the madness. So we've got jungle pick. Maybe Kwong's in the jungle. Sevarog or Grux. We're gonna see Stark back on Crunch.
I would love to see Crunch. Yes, beautiful.
Crunch Muriel coming now.
Okay, the Muriel individually inside of a vacuum, I don't think Muriel fits Nobori very well. But looking at this draft as a whole, I think it's just overwhelmingly good. Muriel plus Crunch is just obscene. Muriel plus Kwong, really good. So I actually think Muriel, even though Nobori might not have the most enjoyable time playing that, I think overall just it fits the bill very well.
And if I had to guess here, 2V is going to pick up Drongo again. Wow.
What happened to Murdoch, man? Murdoch was the bread and butter.
I just think there's 2V may like Drongo better.
Yeah. I think
and with the strength of Wraith, like that's why Wraith is just really strong in that position and provides everything. That's why we're seeing that. So there's your draft, guys. Game number 3, Bronze Army versus Hoist the Colors. Who's going to win? What's going to happen? Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z.
See you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
Game number 3 between Bronze Army and Hoist the Colors. The victors that prevail shall move on to Championship Sunday. Day number 2, rather. Not game number 2. This is game number 3. Stark back on the Crunch. Twitch.tv/CMS Tark. Nobori playing Muriel. Twitch.tv/Gamer Fitness Group. Tilted Burger Gamers Fitness Group. Tilted Burger. Twitch.tv/ I don't know. Miso Sneaky, you guys get the point by now, picking up the Wraith. And Griever, once again, on the Kwang. You thought I was going to say Quang because it was going to rhyme with again. Made you look. Gotcha. Got him.
Over on the side of Hoist the Colors, we've got Shurik, which that's exactly what that name spells out on Feng Mao. Oracle is on Steel. Such a good skin. Fatal Barrage is on the Ice Rampage. Ninja in the mid lane playing Bellica. And 2V back on the Australian powerhouse that is Drongo.
He's Australian?
I mean, he's every stereotype of Australia wrapped up into one character.
So did you just confirm that Earth exists in the universe of Agora?
Lore drop on PCL 10, guys. You heard
There
it.
you guys go. There you guys go.
I'm going to get an email about this. I can already feel it.
Bellica Gideon mid lane. Ninja, we saw him perform well on Iggy, who is his very own individual playstyle. We saw him perform well on Gideon, who has a very unique playstyle, and now Bellica, who has a well-rounded playstyle, but again, is much different than the two heroes that we've seen on Ninja thus far. So versatility is definitely something that Ninja has shown thus far. We'll continue to see if he's able to pick up success, because he was certainly MVP in game number 2 and was a pretty big part of how the success that they had in game number 1.
Yeah.
That they did have, because they didn't win. That's the point I'm trying to make. Even though they lost, he still played well.
He did still play well. He's played well in every game we've seen him in so far. That's what Shane was getting at, guys.
Yeah.
You can lose and still play well. It's always everyone else's fault. That's what Solo Q taught me.
I believe it was Captain Picard of the USS Enterprise who said that you can make no mistakes and still lose.
I like it. Rewind used by Miso Sneaky onto Shurik over here. He's going to be under the safety of this tower. Okay, so let's talk about jungle a little bit, Mr. Lynch. Let's talk about jungle a little bit.
Okay.
Fatal Barrage has been favoring Rampage. We've seen Stark play Crunch. We've seen him also play Richter. Definitely had a better Crunch game than he did Richter game. But
certainly
the aggression in the last 2 matches from both of these guys was definitely toned down a bit. As we're saying this, Fatal Barrage is coming out into the mid to try and pick up a kill on Ninja. Ninja is going to rift away, Tilted Burger is going to rift away and escape here. But we saw them be a little bit more passive in game number 2. Do you think that affected the outcome for Bronze Army, not having that aggression coming out of Stark?
I think it absolutely did. Stark was picking up kills left and right in game number 1 and game number 2. He just sort of showed up after. And to be honest, I don't think he landed a single significant hook in that game either. Richter, zero-sum hero. If you're not landing hooks, you're not getting work done. Meanwhile, on Crunch, we already see him. Right as we were talking about him, he rotates over and is able to push back a 3-man aggression into the offlane. So I think Crunch is just Stark's going to be able to have more success on this hero. He's just able to get into the action. He's more mobile, and obviously, you talked about how much damage he's able to put out.
Right. It's if I'm not mistaken, it's the highest basic damage output of any hero in the game. It just comes down to how well you use those combos and the frame canceling and whatnot. So we're seeing a little bit of aggression from Miso Sneaky, or Shurik over here on Miso Sneaky.
Might be able to pick up this kill because he's going to have Reaper's Dash up. Uses the conversion shield. Reaper's Dash is forward. Does he have a hamstring? He does. So that was really, really well done. Fatal now rotating over and body blocking to make sure that Oracle doesn't pick up a counter kill. That was just Shurik being able to calculate, do I have enough mana? Do I have just enough damage to get this kill? Beautifully done. First blood goes over to the Feng Mao in the 1v2 situation.
Yeah, good aggression coming out. He waited until Nabori was not out of mana, but definitely low on mana, and utilizing those cooldowns. Ninja being aggressive on Tilted Burger here. Tilted Burger is going to rift away in the mid lane. Stark, where are you going?
You all right, Pith?
Ninja's going to pick up that kill on Tilted Burger. Ninja actually picks up the kill on Tilted Burger. Ninja get a little bit aggressive on the tower. Frick.
And now the counter aggression. It's all about diving the tier 1 safe lane towers this game. Actually, 2v is going to survive barely. And he's going to be able to get away. Going to force him back and start already, man. He's been so much more of a presence in this game. In game number 2, I felt like he was just farming, and then he'd show up to a fight, miss a hook, and die. This game, I know it's just being brutally honest. This game, he's swinging the big fists of this robot and getting work done thus far. Right now, it's in an awkward position here. but he's just trying to do a little bit of peeling action. He actually, Oracle needs to be careful because Stark is level 4 to level 2 of steel, and he's just sitting there doing the damage. Griever does end up falling, but
Good rotation
still.
from Ninja.
Yeah.
Ninja may end up falling here. Stark is still there. He doesn't have the mana, but they do pick it up. Tilted Burger and Stark able to secure that kill. That was a good rotation from Ninja on the mid lane, allowing that kill onto Griever. But he was already a ton of damage dealt from Tilted Burger, and they were able to pick up that kill onto Ninja. Stark being more of a presence in this match than he was in the first game. Like you said, I think he landed 1 or 2 hooks. Here, he's been able to be in these fights, get in the team's faces, and really help his team succeed much sooner than they did in the last game. Shurik in the offlane over here, still trying to be aggressive. He's level 5. Nobori and Miso Sneaky sitting at level, if I'm not mistaken, it's level 3. Could be a visual bug on my side of the map. Nope, they're sitting at level 3.
Yep.
Slight gold advantage on the side of Hoist the Colors. 2,000 gold, again, very slight. We've got our possessed Sprikens out. Growth totems will come online in about 2 minutes. About the 8-minute mark is when we start seeing growth totems come online. Most competitive players will pick that up when they have about 500 gold left to spend to pick up that card, depending on how well you farm. But you want to see that card online, but between the 8-minute and 10-minute mark to really maximize the value of you gain. CM Stark getting aggressive here. Shurik is going to Reaping Dash.
He has the recharge
forward.
He's going to use it, which means he has the empowered right crunch to use the knockup. Back it up being used as well with no mana. Even if Reaper Dash is online, I don't think that Shurik's going to be able to get away from this one here. Miso Sneaky picks up the kill. Well done, Crunch. Really performing on... I'm sorry, Stark, rather. Really performing very much so on this Crunch. He's actually doing better in this game than we saw him in game number 1, where they were able to pull out the victory here. So Bronze Army are certainly putting themselves in a much better situation in the first couple minutes of this match than the prior one we just witnessed.
I'm actually really liking Stark in this jungle position. I thought we would see Griever in the jungle over Stark, but I think Stark, especially on Crunch, which is a hero we don't see very often in PCL. When we do see him, he seems to be a non-factor, but Stark is doing a really good job showing the potential strength of this hero, which means all next week, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see a ton of Crunch in the jungle.
I hope.
I actually like Crunch. I think Crunch is just an underutilized hero. He's got a higher skill cap than others. His animations and attack speed are a little bit wonky, but he is a damn good hero that we see more of. Oracle in a little bit of trouble here. He's taking some damage. Excuse me.
You all right?
I'm choking to death now.
Uh-oh. Do you need resuscitation?
No, I
the
think
lack of an
okay.
answer is very... Oh, okay. Okay. Generally, if you ask someone if they need resuscitation and they don't answer, that means they do, in fact, need resuscitation, but you were able to get it there.
Like Shurik, a frog in my throat.
I don't know how that happens. Shurik on this Feng Mao, he's been able to just
wait
time and time again.
In the jungle over here,
so aggressive.
Big engagement.
Stark's gonna go forward, but he's got to be careful because that Void Drone has sucked out all of his mana here, and a Crunch without mana is really not the most effective thing in the world. The boulder just hit. He is going to be able to live through it here. It's only a level Fatal being only level 6, not the most damage in the world. But Shurik in this offlane, his aggression has gone completely unmitigated, and I think that's more so to the fact that Muriel, she can mitigate a large amount of damage, but in terms of ability to actually stop the damage from being put out, she has no ability to do that whatsoever. Belica has Seismic Assault. Steel has Shield Slam. Decker has Stasis Bomb some of the time. So on and so forth. And I think that's the reason why Shurik this game, we've seen him really, really thriving in this situation, picking up solo kills. He's level 7 for an offlaner. That's really, really good. He's been able to just sit here and sustain with Possessed Spriken, which he was able to get early because he's getting so much farm. If Shurik is allowed continually to go unmitigated here, he can really start to become a big, big issue once he picks up that first primary core card.
2v with the kill onto Griever in the offlane over here. So Shane, the other thing that is really allowed Shurik, minus the Muriel, what you just said, is Stark really hasn't made much of a presence in this lane.
True.
So Shurik has been able to just continue to push this lane forward. He's been able to get farm. He's been able to deny farm. He's continued to be aggressive, but we're not seeing much of a rotation from Stark to try and punish the positioning of Shurik. It's a little bit more difficult to do because of the hero that Shurik is on. With that Reaping Dash and that Hamstring, he has the ability to slow and, of course, escape. But they have got the Rewind. They've got the Uppercut from Crunch. There's a lot of ways they can deal with him. We're just not seeing that punishment. I will say this, though. I do like that Stark is punishing other characters on the map.
Yep.
But making your carry suffer for farm a little bit and not be able to get that farm he needs is going to put you on the back foot as we transition into the mid and late game of this particular match.
Griever, the offlaner, now over in the safe lane. That's quite a rotation there. It looks like actually they're doing a lane swap here, something we haven't seen in the PCL thus far. Oracle uses that shield slam on top of the Earth Shatter, is able to get the kill. Shirk immediately recognizing he's in a bad situation, but he got the kill. With this, again, I love that banner. That's such a beautiful banner right there. That
Stars and Stripes?
The stars and stripes there. The bias confirmed. But yeah, just well done right there. Pretty much a 1-2 punch to get the support kill. But we say this all the time. We're going to say it again. No, we're not. Fatal Barrage in a little bit of trouble. Should be able to get away here. They got the kill, but I want to see him get towers. They're trying to get the tower, but the rotations of Bronze Army are here, so they're not going to be able to continue that push. You all right? You okay?
I just don't know where the cough has come from. So I don't know if I agree with this this rotation. If I'm Shurik, I'm going to rotate with this. I want to be where Miso Sneaky's out and continue to punish. Don't allow him to get the farm. It's one of the reasons Miso Sneaky has been behind. I don't know if they're going to rotate that way, but that's what I would really like to see is that rotation follow, and they continue to bully this hero. Miso Sneaky is going to pick up this tower now. Tier 1 tower is going to fall. Shurik does follow. So Shurik is here. So they've rotated as well. So Shurik continue to be a nuisance in dealing with Sneaky and Nabori. Stark getting very aggressive onto Shurik here. He is going to Reaping Dash forward, get away to the safety of that Tier 2 tower.
Tilted Burger and Ninja have pretty much just been sitting in mid lane throwing themselves at each other. Both of them have been very, very important tools in each of these teams' respective victories. Thus far in game number 3, it seems like the junglers have been much more proactive on the map, while the mid laners have remained uncharacteristically static inside of this mid lane of the field. So the dynamic of this match is something we haven't really seen that much of, but obviously for both of these teams, just looking at the gold, it's still pretty neck and neck with only about a 3,000 gold lead over on the side of Hoist the Colors thus far. Kwang is picked up here. Griever by himself didn't respect Oracle with that shield slam, and they are able to pick up that tier 1 tower on the safe lane.
There's a big converse in the way these offlaners are playing. You've got Shurik who's basically bullying the offlane, while Griever is the one being. It's one of the reasons I think Hoist the Colors has the advantage they have is because of the fact Shurik's been playing so well. They're going to pick up a kill onto, well, it said somebody died. Fatal Barrage, I believe, just fell there to CM Stark. Okay.
Correct.
Visual bug. So they are going to pick up the kill on that jungler there. But CM Stark being much more of a presence than Fatal Barrage, and Shurik actually being much more of a presence than Griever is. So we've got a weird dichotomy between these two teams.
Oh, look at you!
Yeah, good word usage. I'm a winner.
Did you have that one like brought up on thesaurus.com?
I did not.
Oh.
I actually English well sometimes.
Occasionally. Tier 1 tower mid lane falls shortly after the safe lane. So map control in the favor of Hoist the Colors here. They're getting the pickoffs, and then off the pickoffs, they get an objective. Off that tier 1 tower, they fall back to the Raptors. Again, Raptors not as important as they once were due to the dynamics of the economy of the game changing, but it's still a significant boost over to who gets it here, and is continuing to build that gold lead that they've already established.
So the gold drip is a little bit high.
You know how some people think the word moist is weird?
You don't like the word drip?
Yeah, that's what moist is to me.
I apologize, because the gold drip is a little bit high right now in the current state of Paragon, and the amount of time you have to put into Raptors, and for what they're worth, really doesn't make them that of a high-value target as they have been in the past. If the drip was a little bit lower, or the Raptors were worth a little bit more, I think we would see more teams prioritize them, like we saw in the past, where every time they were spawning, you were going after them. Right now, that's just not what we see, because it's more effective to take your time and farm the map and look.
Oh man, Stark is just tanking all of the damage. He took a seismic assault and a shield slam. Is still at half HP. Uses the recrunch to forward crunch himself. and is going to be able to get away. And not only that, but actually, I think he was able to pick up the river buff as well. So if there's a moment of opportunity here for Bronze Army, or I'm sorry, for Bronze Army to punish the fact that Oracle has no ultimate online. Steel is one of those supports that's incredibly reliant on his ultimate to get work done.
What? Okay, I fixed it. I'm sorry. I had a major issue. That's why I wasn't talking. I apologize.
I was just letting the game speak for itself, man. A little dead air. Let the game speak for itself. It's a pretty map. What do you think about the map now that it's prettified?
I don't know if you follow Tim on Twitter, but
I do. Tim's a god.
Guys. So he posted this absolutely incredible picture called "The Mirror of the Dusk Side."
Oh, I saw that yesterday. It was so good.
It's beautiful. A lot of people will say the Dawn side is much prettier than the Dusk side. I favor the Dusk side. I like this rocky, kind of desolate look of the Dusk side. I think it's beautiful. But of course, the glowing orb of beauty in the sky on the Dawn side is also there.
That's what does it for me, is that big ball of blue, big blue ball. It's just beautiful.
You like the big blue ball?
Sphere. It's a sphere.
Hey,
it's a sapphire. It's not sapphire. That's not sapphire. I was going to say sapphire sphere, but it's not sapphire.
Nobody's judging you.
I think it's very well done. I think the graphics team did a phenomenal job.
The art team at Epic Games never ceases to amaze. I will say that. So 16 minutes, 50 seconds into the game. Gold is all but even at this point, where I'm looking at pips on either side for attributes spent pretty damn close. Shurik does have a little bit of a lead here. Picked up his growth totem. He's got his numbing rogue online, and possessed Spriking is online as well. So he's got that health regen plus the power from growth totem and that attack speed slow. Which
Griever, rip.
So sneaky.
Oh, is he gonna try to juke him? He doesn't.
No.
He tried to juke him. Wasn't gonna happen. 2v gets the kill.
2v picking up another kill. Griever just being punished, man. Griever is just being punished.
And it's working out for him pretty well, because if you're able to keep a Kwong down, he's such a strong hero right now. And they've just been keeping him down constantly. Now Stark, again, he's tanking so much here, but it's actually Tilted Burger who's the one out of position. Crunch can take that, but Gideon most certainly cannot. Is he going to get away? Does he have the Torn Space? The Shield Slant, or the Shield Bonk is used. Damage is there. Tilted Burger continue to get away. Meanwhile, Stark is forcing Fatal to back up. Ninja, though, does get the kill over onto Oracle. And they're trying to do it. Stark is trying to get the damage down, but 4 people just pretty much surrounding him. The back it up as well being used defensively, and that's going to be Miso sneaky getting away. A sloppy fight that ultimately Hoist the Colors are going to come out favorably.
Yeah, Stark tanked up a lot of damage. He also dealt a lot of damage. The follow-up just wasn't there. Griever, Nabori, and Stark are going to fall in that fight. Hoist the Colors does have the advantage. They're not going to be able to pick up Orb Prime. We're only 18 minutes into this game, Shane. Hoist the Colors is sitting at 8, 2, and 5. They're playing very well. Ninja's got 3. Fang Mao has got 3. You've got Griever who's fallen. He's 0-4 and 0 right now, just being denied in every sense of the word. I want to see Orb Prime taken here pretty quickly. Another power play coming out of Hoist the Colors, and then them directly go for Orb Prime and try and make something happen.
I believe the word you were looking for was they.
What did I say? Did I say them?
I think it was I don't know. We need Narrander. Narrander, we need you.
I said I only English well sometimes.
That's a good point. Same. Drongo has been by far and away the most successful range carry we've seen today, and Tuvi has really put on a strong case for him, man. It's all about the utilization of the synergy between his radioactive rounds and his ultimate. The armor penetration it gives, so it does the armor penetration on it. You do that shortly before the radioactive damage from it procs off, boosting the damage from it. Drongo isn't really a Sparrow, very different from a rather traditional carries where it's just like, okay, I'm just going to sort of sit here and shoot you with my auto attack. His primary source of damage is more so utilized on the synergy of those 2 aforementioned abilities. So the playstyle of this hero, Tuvi's been doing it really, really well where other ranged players might have a harder time adjusting to that.
It's one of the things that I've heard people in the past say, I really don't like the way his kit works. Rad rounds don't feel strong, and shrapnel cannon doesn't feel strong. Together is when you really start to see those abilities shine. And like you said, 2V's doing a really good job utilizing 2 abilities together. He's picked up 3 or 4 kills just by comboing them, and the person thinks they're going to escape, and then Rad Rounds explodes, and he's shredded their armor, and they end up dying. So he is doing a really good job. I'm a little bit disappointed in the Miso Sneaky Wraith play this particular game. We've seen him play that hero in a carry really well, and this game it just hasn't been going in his favor. But that's purely because of the strength of Shurik right now.
Yeah, Shurik's
Shurik is playing out of his mind.
Shurik has been bullying him this entire game. Even now, at this point, he's under his own tier 2 tower, and Steel doesn't feel safe enough to push out against what essentially is a solo Feng Mao at this point in the game. And they have plenty of vision. Vision is something that Bronze Army has had firm control of, not only because of Wraith's drones, but also if you just take a look at the wards right now, they have the river on complete lockdown as well. So even with all those variables taken into consideration, Shurik is a just threatening player here. And again, I think it just comes down to Nobori on Muriel is not the most ideal support in that sort of situation.
Tilted burger.
Reversal of Fortune used into the black hole. He uses that black hole, but almost at that moment's notice, Oracle used a shield slam and interrupted it, and he was just swept off of the map, immediately making this a 4v5. Now make it a 3v5. Hoist the colors. Beautifully done thus far. A fortuitous shield slam that happened to interrupt a black hole and get the stun. They're not going to complain about that. Still, Bronze Army looking to take a fight as Stark dishes out so much damage, even down with this many heroes. Miso Sneaky forced to use that invisibility, but the damage is there from Shurik. He uses the hamstring blindly and is able to pick up the kill. Stark does get a reprisal over onto the Rampage, but he's probably going to pay for blood in it here. Maybe not. He's so low. Oracle turn around and get the kill. Oh, Stark uses the fist, and before he gets taken out with his last dying breath, he gets the KO over onto the support player of Hoist the Colors. Still, this is a large victory for Hoist the Colors, but at least Stark went out with style. There's no denying that.
Yeah, he put on the style points right now. The Unbroken Spirit, we're seeing the strength of Unbroken Spirit. Every time he gets stunned, he's healing for 3% of his max health. Is it maybe 12%?
It's 12. It's 12.
It's 12%. I'm a liar. 3%
Soon to be 10.
Correct.
Soon to be 10, but as of right now, it's 12. Yeah.
He's healing for 12% of his max health every time he gets stunned, and it stacks. So he got hit with a couple different stuns there. He got some boinks. He got some seismic assaulted. He took a boulder, and he's healing for half of his health every friggin' second. It's what kept him alive so long.
On top of the region from Possessed Spriken, on top of just the tank and intrinsic tankiness that Crunch has.
Building vitality.
There's actually weird moments where we don't see this done very often, at least on the fly. But there's moments where it's actually better not to stun someone in order to kill them, where actually stunning them will help them more than it does fear you.
And it's just because of that one card there. I don't know how many times I've yelled in solo queue, stop stunning the target! Please!
A level 13 Rampage in alt form. Yeah.
Shurik just had a misplay there. He tried to Reaping Dash away. He Reaping Dashed into a wall. He did get rewind by Miso Sneaky, allowed them to pick up that kill. Oracle coming in, trying to save his buddy, but he is out of position and is going to fall as well. Stark picking up another kill here. Bronze Army just gave themselves a little bit of a power play. Do they make the decision to push this tower down, or do they go for the Orb Prime?
I think they could go for the Orb Prime. It's 30 seconds where it's 5v3. This game, very back and forth. 2 kills. Bronze Army gave up 2 kills, and now immediately find themselves getting 2 kills for their own. Mid lane tier 1 tower sure to fall here. Raptors aren't up. That's actually one thing. We have seen Raptors being taken much more often in this game than we have the rest of today's broadcast. And even previous PCLs. They're continuing to push down the tier 2 tower. It's actually the first tier 2 tower of the match here. So I like the concerted push in the mid lane. I think that was the more consistent call, more than likely to happen. A little bit safer as well. 24 minutes, Orb Prime certainly is a viable option. But still, it's such a dangerous thing to do. Even at this stage of the game, it's very, very dangerous.
It is very dangerous to do right now. So Miso Sneaky Growth Totem. He's got a one of the tribe on, Nitro boost on as well. If I'm not mistaken, the gold lead is 108,000 for the side of
298.
Hoist the Colors, 298 for the side of Bronze Army. They gave themselves a nice infusion of power there, or I'm sorry, gold there, picking up that tier 2 tower and picking up those kills. So a little swing in their favor, but they are still a bit behind.
I hear Feng Mao, but I don't see a Feng Mao. He's around here somewhere. Shield Slam used, barely able to hit the upright, and it hit Stark just on time. These black holes, man, he can't get anything going. Tilted Burger has not been having a good game. It was the silence from 2v immediately interrupting the black hole, isolating him without that torn space and in that silence cloud, he just is a sitting duck in that situation. And without having the big team fight presence of a Gideon, it seems like these fights are just falling apart before they even start here. As Hoist the Colors, again, after giving up 2 kills, take a full 5v5 in decisive capacity. They just lost their tier 2 tower mid lane, and they say, all right, you're going to get ours. We're going to pick up yours here. But look at what they're at. A little bit of indecision, actually. You can see Ninja is at the Orb Prime. Instead, they're electing as a unit to push down the inhibitor. I like this. There's plenty of time on the power play available for them. They should be able to pick this up cleanly.
If they can pick up kills, they can actually take the game right here. I like this call. They're just going to back off. Ninja zoning with that Void. They're going to back off, and they're going to head for most likely Orb Prime. I could be wrong.
That'd be dangerous.
That would be dangerous. What are they doing? Where are you going? Which way are you going? Are you going to beat it?
I believe out of
they beat it. Shh. Shh. Watch. They just ran through. God dang it. I was trying to be quiet.
You gave it up. Your fault.
They ruined it.
In the words of the San Francisco Rush announcer, it's dangerous.
Good game.
Oh, such a good game. It's dangerous.
Like 4 people that are watching this broadcast know what San Francisco
And those
is.
4 people are just
the
overwhelmed.
Bori just got
nostalgia.
friggin' deleted, Shane. He got seismic assaulted. He got bouldered. He got void bombed. He got punched. He got shot in the face, and Nabori is dead, which gives the Hoist the Colors the opportunity to pick up this Orb Prime right here. He was out of position trying to ward. Boy, oh boy. All right, Stark, don't do it. Don't do it, buddy.
Oh, do it.
Do it. He's going in. He's doing it. He's doing exactly what you wanted. He's in. Tilted Burger.
Fatal and Oracle are doing a good job. Tilted Burger goes in. He tried to use it. Can he get the... Nope. 2v is able to pick it up, and that is not what you want. Even if they're able to steal the Orb Prime like he was before, it still would be a big power play situation here for Hoist the Colors. But now it's a power play, plus they have the Orb Prime online. Stark, who's been really, I would say, in this game, more of a carry than anything else, is off the field as well. So this is a very, very thin ice moment. As thin as paper? Paper thin.
Hey, Shane, how much does a polar bear weigh? How much does a polar bear weigh? It's enough to break the ice. You guys can use that the next time you're at a bar to pick up a girl. You're welcome. You're
nice.
You like that? Boom. Got it. I apologize, chat. Not sure what just happened there. Hoist the Colors now has a big play here. Stark and Tilted Burger still down for the next about 15 seconds. They're going to pick up their second inhibitor. Hoist the Colors could just take this game right here. This is their game. You know what? If they want to end it, they can end it. Pushing these minion waves, trying to get this under the tower. I don't think they're going to be able to defend when they decide to make that push. Going for the tier 2 tower here. Fatal Barrage says, I'm just going to take this.
Okay, there's no instances of people trying to hit the inhibitor before the tier 2 tower
No, not this time.
goes down. All right.
This isn't think twice.
Fatal just tanking the tower for no good reason other than just to do it. Of course, he has the Orb Prime region online, so he can do that here. This is a situation that's demoralizing and extraordinarily difficult to come back from. 2 inhibitors is hard. 3 inhibitors is pretty much impossible. Gonna see what they can get going here. Orb Prime still online for Hoist the Colors, and they definitely have a significant advantage in terms of momentum and in terms of economics. Tilted Burger using Black Hole to clear out this creep wave. You can see that's just a strict act of desperation when you're starting to see team fight ultimates like Black Hole used just to clear out waves. With that 3rd inhibitor falling, not sure what they can do. Again, Oracle baiting 2, barely putting that right where it needs to be, right on the money. On a 2 huge key priority heroes, both Gideon and Miso Sneaky are going to fall Stark shortly thereafter, and I think that's gonna be it with Nabori falling as well. Hoist the Colors, a game number 1 which just slipped out of their hands with an Orb Prime, but they came back in game number 2 and game number 3. Disciplined, confident, and decisive. They'll be moving on to day number 2. Josh.
They had a massive gold lead. The discrepancies between the broadcast that I see and my numbers are way. So let's go with what this says. 146
yes.
to 117. Hoist the Colors. Starks played this game really well in the beginning. Big issue. Tilted Burger, Nabori, and Griever basically shut down the entire game.
Yeah.
Nabori got caught out a couple times. Tilted Burger was just being bullied in that mid lane, and Griever did not stand a chance against Miso, against 2v and Oracle at all. Shut them down, and whether Stark and Miso Sneaky had a good game, this is a team game. It does take 5 people to win a match, and the team synergy over on Hoist the Colors was just much better. They played that game really well, and they're able to pick up a win. You got to give it up to Hoist the Colors. That first game, I mean, if it wasn't for Tilted Burger stealing Orb Prime, Hoist the Colors would have won the first game. Tilted Burger
More
came
than
out with
likely.
that big clutch play. And then these last 2 games, though, they were able to really shut them down. Got to give it up to Hoist the Colors. What a damn good game coming out of Hoist the Colors. They will be moving on tomorrow to the semifinals, and maybe possibly we'll see these guys in the finals, which you guys have helped fund the prize pot for that by using those coupon codes. So thank you guys so much for supporting the competitive scene. We appreciate it. Shane,
what up,
friend?
Hey,
that was the last game of the day today. What did you think of the games this afternoon?
I think the thing that has me the most excited, or excited me the most, both work. Is a lot of newer names, a lot of familiar names as well, but a lot of names that we haven't seen in Day 2 PCL at all, if ever. So that's the thing that excites me the most, is we're starting to see new names, new teams, so on and so forth. It's no longer the Reborn Oxygen. This is Reborn and Oxygen's PCL. You're just sort of like here. Bronze Army, obviously, we saw them for the PEX invitationals. They went way farther than most people expected.
They did, yeah.
Fatal Barrage has been around for a long, long time. Success has eluded him competitively, but they definitely seem to have a good recipe, or he has a good recipe here with Hoist the Colors. Shurik, another name. It's really cool to see new names infused and invigorated into a competitive scene, and I'm excited to see how they fare up against the big dogs of Think Twice and the other more familiar team and organizations.
Yeah, I agree. Really good matches so far. I think we're seeing new players, new and old players return. And Pith is showing off our Discord chat right now.
Oh no!
Showing off the Discord chat right now.
Hey!
Enjoyed that. At least it wasn't like private chats between all of us, which can get a little bit weird.
A little bit.
Guys, so we casted those matches today. Listen.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna put this out right here. If you're interested in casting Paragon competitive play in any way, shape, or form, please
I am.
Send us a message at paragoncleague@gmail.com. We're interested
Hold
in
on.
picking up new casters.
You said Paragon
League at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Okay, cool. Should I send you like a video reel or like a headshots? Do you need headshots?
I don't need headshots. What I would love to see is people who can
people who can
video of them casting.
So
do like a 15-minute video of you casting. Send it our way. We do want more casters in the scene. If you think you would be good at analytics, please send us that as well. I'm not that good. Chat tells me all the time. We'd love to see more people in this seat. We'd love to see more people in this seat trying to help grow the competitive scene. That's our goal. That's been our goal from day one, is help grow this scene. And we would love more people in here. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Thank you guys so much for supporting the scene. It's been a blast. We will be back tomorrow at 1:00 with the semifinals and the finals. Shane, any final words, my friend?
Glad to be casting Paragon. I love that we're seeing new heroes. We're seeing Carry Wraith. We're seeing, Steel's back into the mix. Crunch. Despite the, I don't want to say controversy, but definitely the subject of certain, imbalances with cards and whatnot, at least in the current build, I'm having a lot of fun and enjoying it. And I think it's just, again, a great, bright future ahead of us, my man.
Guys, thank you for watching. To the PCL team, thank you for helping and doing what you guys always
Thank you.
To the teams that have signed up, thank you. We will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time on this Twitch channel. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.